Charlie Kirk was scheduled to speak and debate at the University of Oregon and Oregon State University this fall. Leaders from those TPUSA chapters reflected on what the organization means to them and how this assassination will impact the future on their campuses. Charlie Kirk founded Turning Point in 2012 at just 18 years old. 12 years later, it's grown to chapters on 900 college campuses.
It was really disheartening to hear the news, and honestly scary as a conservative on campus.
Students describe TPUSA as a home base for conservatives and even classic liberals who want a place for open debate without backlash.
So I think it really means to conservative students on campus that there's a place for them. A lot of times it feels like whether in your classes with a liberal professor, there's no place for you.
On Saturday, at least 1,000 people mourned Kirk with a prayer vigil at Alton Baker Park before marching to Hayward Field.
I feel like I don't have freedom of speech on that campus, and I feel like this will get other people on campus that are conservatives to also want to be a part of this movement where it's like, okay, now I have a place where I can go and share my opinions freely.
UO and OSU chapters were quietly preparing to host Kirk's Prove Me Wrong debate event in October.
We were keeping things very on the down low, very confidential, because to prevent things like this happening. There's a big concern about violence against, there was already a big concern about violence against Charlie and other conservative speakers on campus.
Students also condemned the widespread celebration and justification of Kirk's murder. Abbott argues part of the anger towards Kirk comes from the realization that many of his views aren't fringe at all and shared by millions of Americans.
I believe the best way to concede that someone else is right is to need to act out in violence instead of have a better opposing view. This is a wake-up call for all of democracy, and I think you can only ignore so many of these before things start falling apart. And so I'd say we need to grieve, and then we need to take this warning seriously.
Following the assassination, TPUSA students say they're preparing to continue organizing, debating, and challenging ideological dogma on their campuses.
I think that this might be a mobilizing force for us to speak up for what we believe in and say, like, you can't silence us, we aren't afraid.
Students hope this moment can be a turning point in our national conversation about political violence, tolerance, and open debate. In Eugene, I'm Tiffany Lewis reporting.